How spot or resistance based traders are trapped by the market, and we can see that in this video. First of all, I will show you the example of a support or resistance that you will be shocked to see. Now, first of all, this is a price action that's happening in the uh, Euro USD, and you can look for the any time frame, but you must know that there must be a very much price action happened on any of the specific point, like this is the point, and if I put the random line at this point, there is a just no support or resistance, and you can also move to the any point like at this point. So as you can see that I have put the random line at a random point, and as you can see that at this point already market has respected it as a support, and at this point market has already respected it as a resistance, and again resistance, and at this point also as a support. Now again I haven't seen below this point, so this is again acted as a resistance, also as a support, and also as a resistance. If we zoom out, as you can see that this was a perfect candlestick uh, this is the perfect candlestick behavior that happens at the support or resistance, and mostly people think this is a reversal, and again this is again is the upside potential at this point, and this is again the same random line working as a support, and at this point it again works perfectly as a support, and in the same way again, as you can see that as a resistance, as a support, as a resistance, this random line is working many times for as a support or a resistance. This is just a 1 hour time frame, and if I move to the daily time frame, you can see that the same random line, even though at this point working as a support, at this point working as a resistance, at this point at support as a support, and again this was a chart of 2018 working as a support and also as a resistance, and again this was a chart of 2015 working as a resistance. This is just a random line, so you can see that how reliable or non-reliable can be the support or resistance. You can see that this is a perfect bottom at this point in 2005 or 6, and again the same line working as a support gives little bit of action in the daily time frame, so there can be a huge reaction in the 5-minute time frame or a 15-minute time frame. And as you can see that this random line is working as a support or resistance for the many times, and that we have just randomly placed it on a chart. So this is all working as a trap for the most of the people, because support or resistance is nothing. You can place a random line and you can see that the market is respecting that random line also. Now, how the support or resistance again gets trapped if you look for the support or resistance intentionally. Now, you can start marking from any point. It is mostly sees that where market has moved up or below from any specific point, there that is a support or resistance. Like this is the area where market has moved to the upside and also moved to the downside, and there is a behavior of upside or downside, and this is again the area where market has moved to the upside or a downside for the many times. Now again this is again the area where market have moved to the upside or downside for the many times, and this is again the area from where market has moved to the upside. Okay, as you extend these lines, you can see that all these are working as a support or resistance, because even though we put the random line, that also work as a support or resistance. But suppose market has respected this point, so think you are bullish, can you ride the move to this point, or how do you know market can move to this point, and at this point market create a reaction and you think market can move to this point? This is the small moves, and if you constantly buy or sell between these random lines, there can be many more charges that you have to give for the placing trades in the base of commissions, in the form of commissions. And also the people who have experienced this can know that, and these can work even in lower time frames. This is a 2 hour time frame, and we can move to the 15-minute time frame. Now in the 15-minute time frame, you can see that this was the resistance, because market has moved to the downside. The people who are placing at this point the sells, they all get trapped by the market, even though they think this is not the directly we can sell because there is a no candle or something of that nature. Market at this point created the candle of the buying sell side. Now again, where is the support? At this point work as a support, because at previous this was the resistance, this was again the resistance, market working as a support. You buy at this point, put the stop loss just above this, below this point, target anything, and again you get stopped out by the market. Now again, where the market is respecting, this is again the support. For most of our time, market moved from upside from this point and also from this point, so mostly people think this is again the support area. Put buy at this point, put the stop loss just below this point, target anything, and mostly people already have bought at this point. They again have put their stop loss maybe at break even or at this point, and market again gets stop out them. Now again, where is the resistance? This area can be the resistance, the same area which was working as a support. And why you can see that these are the small reactions at this point? Because it is the market trapping all the buyers or sellers at this point. Now, at this point, people who have sold get trapped out by the market, and the people who have bought on the retest of the support also get trapped by the market. And again, market move to the upside. The people who have sold at this point, because this is the doji type candles or anything of that nature, they again get trapped out by the market. And again, in the same way, market continue to trap the people who are trading based on the support or resistance. And you cannot say that this is the support which will work 100% all the time. There is nothing 100% in the market. Every strategy works for limited percentage of time. Like we can see the percentage win ratio of the strategy by taking the 100 trades according to our rules that we have to follow. In the same way, the purpose of this video is to show you that how a random line can be the support or resistance, and how it trap the people, and why most of the support or resistance trader